Which products have you seen really boosted by hoarding and which conversely have been hurt?
Well, thanks for having me first and foremost. Glad to be on the show. This is an unprecedented time. We've seen very strong demand for some of our essential food and beverage products, especially in those communities and countries that have been hard hit. We have three priorities in this period. First one is the health and safety of our employees. Only if we all stay healthy, we can make a positive contribution here. Next, of course, business continuity is key. So even under adverse conditions, we're trying to maintain manufacture of our essential food and beverage products. And then with a physical presence of in 187 countries, it's very important to us that we also give a helping hand over and above the call of duty in the communities around the world where we're present.
Yes, and on the business continuity, Mark, do you have all your raw material supply guaranteed?
The minute we saw this crisis spread, we were trying to improve inventory levels at all levels of manufacturing, so inbound materials, work in process, and also finished goods. Obviously, there was very little time, and I think flexibility is what's required right now. You do have logistics constraints. Sometimes you need to resort to air freighting. Sometimes even that takes longer or capacity is limited. So it's really all about managing in a very tight-knit way this crisis and showing flexibility. And this is what our teams are focused on right now.
Yes, and how do you actually see the coronavirus outbreak changing consumer behaviour in the long term, Mark?
I think long-term is probably a bit far out right now. I think we're very, very short-term focused at the moment to really meet demand where we can. I think this is the most essential service that we can provide to our consumers. What we're seeing from China, for example, where there's some improvement here, that even in the aftermath, there's strong demand for value products and quality products, maybe a bit less on premium. And given that we are, of course, in a recessionary environment right now, I think that's also a safe bet then for some of the other communities as we emerge from the immediate healthcare crisis.
So in the short term then, based on the sort of demand you're seeing for various products, Mark, are you stockpiling any? Have you increased production of certain products like water, like coffee, for example?
Well, generally, we're trying to produce flat out in the face of strong demand. But do keep in mind, with logistics limitations now kicking in and also lower employee presence as a result of illness or precautionary measures, and also an enhanced safety protocol that we need to run at our plants, we are not always able to give it 100% of the capacity that you would have under normal circumstances. So we're working extra shifts where we can. We're trying to ramp up manufacturing where we can. But do keep in mind, this is a very, very challenging moment. And just getting to the normal levels of manufacturing is a pretty outstanding achievement right now.
Yeah, and so what percentage of your workforce is still actually coming into plants and warehouses, and how are they protecting themselves?
So it depends a lot, of course, on the specific community and how much of a corona threat you see. The most difficult circumstance we saw certainly in China right after Chinese New Year, where many of our associates weren't able to get back from their home provinces to the factories we run in China. We have more than 30 factories in China. We started them up in early February, but we were only, for a short period of time, we were only able to run at about 1/3 of our capacity.